What's up, YouTube? I did not go on Twitch because I didn't do any cooking. I got a box lasagna. I might as well go, wait, let me go on Instagram Live before I explain all this so I don't have to do it twice. Happy Monday? Is it Monday? Yeah, technically no. Technically yes, but it's not really Monday. We're having trouble starting your live. Oh. What's up, Krishna? Good morning. I did not stream on Twitch because I have a lasagna fresh out the box. Yeah, so I had a rough day. I wouldn't complain. Productive day. But what's up, Instagram? I was working on one of my bikes for like 4 hours in addition to all the other stuff I have to do. So what's up, everyone? It is box lasagna time. I got on ripped sweatpants. As you can see, these sweatpants are completely torn, and they cost me $100. Yes, this food is. Can I pick it? Hold on. Try to pick this up. Show you guys what we got. Yeah, check that out. Instagram's gonna have trouble with this one. Woo! Hell yeah. Yeah. Actually food that looks good this time. Yo, why do you even come in here? Anyhow, I did not cook anything. I cooked nothing. I got a lasagna from my French-Italian uncle, Stoffe. It is a lasagna Italiano, so it's obviously authentic Italian. What's in it? I have no idea. The macros in this meal. The macros in this meal, lasagna, bread, and cheese, are 214 protein, 96 fat, 634 carbs, which is not bad considering I just took something out of a box. Now, my micronutrients, it has micronutrients. I just feel like it doesn't have vegetables, so it doesn't have much, but I did have a ton of vegetables yesterday, so I think I'm good here. Let's see. Start off with a slim one, fat one. I was going to eat a bunch of vegetables with this, which I had left over from yesterday, and I'm just like, oh man, this is just gonna burn me. This is gonna burn me, guaranteed. And I'm like, you know what? It's 2 a.m. on a Monday. Fuck. It's 2 a.m. on a Monday. I'm like, you know what? This meal's already huge. This lasagna is 5 pounds, 10 ounces. Cheers. Oh, I forgot to do what's up, guys. It is What's up, guys? It is Italian lasagna time. Lasagna Italiano. It's authentic. Let's go. Cheers. Cheers. Oh. Oh. I'm completely sober, Jeffy. You have a good night. Completely sober, just working really hard. So I've been editing videos all night. Didn't have time to cook. Yeah, it's too hot. Why is bread so crunchy? Omar, where do you get your bread from, Omar? Here we go. What am I drinking? Pomegranate, maybe? Some type of iced tea? If you get Italian bread and you don't toast it in the oven, there's something wrong with you. And if your bread doesn't crunch, then you don't get Italian bread. Mmm. This lasagna is like, it's 13 grams of protein a serving, 8 grams of fat, 28 grams of carbs. There's 12 servings. There's actually plenty of lasagna for bread. There's plenty. More than enough. Grocery store. You can, it depends. Where do you live, Omar? Where do you live? Let me ask you that. I should really be loading up the next sandwich because, and this isn't even that crunchy. I didn't toast it that much. So, oh man. As you can see, the steam rolling out of this. See, that was the smarter idea, or the brighter idea. Let's let one sub cool down. You can get friggin' good bread at some grocery stores. Plenty of grocery stores. Well, in New Jersey, I should say. In New York, probably. In New York, too, definitely. Some grocery stores and chains. Get bread from local bakeries. And, yeah, sell real Italian bread. Real French bread. But if you're getting a packaged bread, like, you know what, the vacuum sealed bread a lot of times, or the, if it didn't look like it was packaged by hand, you probably didn't. But there's nothing like good, fresh bakery bread. So, I do many different types of bread, but it's all bakery bread, pretty much. What's going on in the stream? Are you trying to hang out with somebody in the stream? You can't believe I didn't do garlic bread. Why don't you do garlic bread with your lasagna? That would be an irresponsible decision for me to do garlic bread with this lasagna and push me over my friggin' calories by like 600. Possibly more. I'm not working out. I'm not working out to burn anything off. That's not my thing. Would intermittent fasting help your testosterone levels? Well, it can. It's been said to help testosterone. Now the amount I really don't know. I really don't know. Look, put it this way, when it comes to fitness and nutrition, and anybody gives a scientific fact, this boosts your metabolism, this increases your testosterone, this increases your growth hormone, this is good for fat loss. It's usually fairly insignificant. It usually is. There's science behind it, which says, yes, it's a scientific fact or scientifically proven. However, it's usually not much. Now, how many people do high-intensity interval training? How many people do high-intensity interval training? Yeah. This was in the oven for 2 hours, this lasagna, and honestly, I was so busy the entire time. I thought I didn't have 2 hours, but I was just editing videos and working. So Ed Movius said with working out, more than likely. And the reason behind growth hormone, testosterone, all that stuff with intermittent fasting is because your body's a survival tool, and your body's a survival tool, and when you're going without food, it has a reason to make itself survive. When you're getting protein every couple hours and food every couple hours, it's never going to go into any type of survival mode, and it's just going to be chilling. But when it says, I'm not going to get food for a little while, I have to compensate naturally for this type of stuff. I'm not going to get food for a while, I have to compensate naturally to build muscle. So, I'm not bringing back the timer because everybody thought I was racing. It was really annoying. So when your body does things naturally, that's the best way to naturally increase these things. Also, if your testosterone is low, plenty of people have done extremely low-fat diets. Thinking low-fat diets will help them lose fat, when low-fat diets can screw up your hormones and will not help you lose anything. The reason why it's so popular is because there was a study back in the day, high-intensity interval training was better for fat burning, right? There was a study that high-intensity interval training was better for fat burning than regular training. So, how come I eat so late? Because I work 16 hours a day, and I'm a one-man show. So, everybody just took that and ran with it. Like, nobody asked any questions. Everybody just started doing HIIT. It's like, I could train a lot less, do HIIT, and burn more fat. Now, the problem is that training doesn't really burn any fat. It's such an insignificant amount of fat that, yes, while HIIT burns more, it's like more of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But nobody really looked into that. Everybody just does HIIT, and they never did the research on it. So, I'm not saying HIIT is bad. I'm just saying it's a drastically over-exaggerated benefit to fat burning. That's all I'm saying. And people just take this stuff because it's scientifically proven. Don't ask questions about how much more fat, or how much fat am I burning without HIIT. I mean, the real way to burn fat is caloric deficit. And if HIIT burns more calories, if 20 minutes of HIIT burns more calories than 20 minutes of steady state cardio, then by all means, you can burn more fat doing HIIT. But maybe you would do more steady state cardio. Maybe you enjoy steady state cardio more. So understand, whenever anything says it has a nutritional benefit, a fat loss benefit, a weight loss benefit, that's the worst one, weight loss, which doesn't even mean fat loss. Ask more questions. And typically, whoever it is that's telling you about the benefits, they probably don't even have a clue what they're talking about. They probably have no clue. More times than not, they don't. Oh, man. Check that out. Check that out. Well, you're eating lasagna subs right now? Awesome, LJ. Shout out to LJ, who's been doing my diet and looking pretty shredded, or really shredded, who just messaged me on YouTube. He's eating lasagna subs right now. So, oh man. I don't know how many calories I burned any day anymore. I estimate 1,000, but it could be more, it could be less. I estimate through past experience, go with it. Friggin' track my intake as much as I can. Granted, I'm eating out like... See, a few things when somebody asked me about cutting and bulking. Number one, if I bulk, everybody's gonna think intermittent fasting doesn't work. When most people bulk, they hide under a shirt for their whole bulking season until they come down and they're like, and they're cut again. Me, I eat on the internet every day. So, if I bulk, people are going to say, oh, you're getting fat, intermittent fasting doesn't work. And then I have to repeat 10,000 times a day that I'm bulking. And most people still won't even get it. So, that's one thing. And then there's the unknown meals thing. You guys aren't seeing, you guys used to see the whole picture. For years I barely ate out. Not years, for like a year or two I barely ate out, tracked like almost everything, and did everything scientifically. Now, I'm eating out like 2 to 3 nights a week. Taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 calorie guesses. It's hard to track. Like, even though I'm pretty good at what I do, or really good at what I do, I should say, I am still amazed. I'm still amazed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. All right. That I didn't get fat or really, really skinny. Like, number one, you don't see all the meals I eat out. I I am posting 2 of my friends' wedding videos tomorrow. If you guys are interested in seeing me at a wedding, between food, dancing, and alcohol, at least some clips, I am posting 2 of my friends' wedding videos tomorrow. You guys got to realize I do restaurant promotions. I do all types of random stuff, which, although fine, you can't track. You just have to guess. What is considered low fat? Oh, thank you. You're between 50 to 65 grams. That's not super low. That's low fat, but it's not like dangerously low. But you may increase your testosterone ever so slightly by consuming more fat. What would you say in Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Joanne? So, my bread sounds crunchy because I buy good bread. Your bread needs to be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. That's really good. That's good bread. Unless it's certain bread, like Martin's potato rolls. Shout out to Julie Martin. Which do not go with this food, but certain bread, depending on what type of meal you're doing, yeah, soft bread could be cool, but if you're doing a sweet meal, like some type of sweet rolls, if you're doing, can be cool, but like most dinner foods, these type of things. I don't really plan my meals in advance. I'm too busy working. Like, I like to plan my meals in advance, but I'm so busy working that my meals are like last minute. Almost all the time. And once in a while, I plan them in advance. Do I try and not drink a lot of fluids? Why would you try, unless you're on Ramadan, shout out to everybody doing Ramadan, why would you try not to drink fluid during the day? You're in the middle of class, Joanne? Damn. Well, shout out to your professor, Joanne. I got you, Ed. I appreciate it. More convincing. You're not convincing enough for him? Ed met somebody at his gym, and he was telling them about me, my how to properly begin intermittent fasting video, telling them it was totally worth it. And it doesn't seem like he's sold. Most people aren't sold. Like, I've had, Ed, if you think about this, I've had people in my streams for years before they decided to give intermittent fasting a shot. They're like, alright, maybe this guy's onto something. That's why I post other people like Ed. I'm posting other people's transformations because they're real transformations with people eating big ass meals and losing the fat. Like, posting clients' transformations or fans' transformations is cool, but it's much cooler when you're eating big-ass meals and making sick progress. That's much cooler. And that I can't even make up. Like, number one, I tag all the people. I always tag the people who I post, to let everybody know they're real. That is cool. Thank you, Jagger. And, oh man. Number two, they all have the big ass meals to go with it. It's not check out this person's transformation. They didn't eat a damn thing for 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever. It's like, check out this person's transformation, this person's progress. Look at that fucking giant sandwich. Look at that giant burrito. Whatever he's doing. Waffle stack. And then friggin' everybody's friggin' like, okay. Alright, this might be real. This might be real. Like, we're so conditioned to fall for the bullshit. No way. No way you eat all that. The lasagna looks dry. Yeah. It's so dry. Oh my god. No, I didn't recruit him. I never recruited him. He just stumbled across me. And, just like all of you stumbled across me at some point in time, watch my videos, pay attention, read, and it's like, alright, so he's not genetically gifted. Now, I also have people who've been following me for 2 years, have no idea that I lost 60 pounds, have no idea that intermittent fasting is a weight loss tool. Big fan, watch all your videos. And start asking me questions. I'm like, you know intermittent fasting is primarily used for weight loss, right? Fat loss? No, I didn't know that. You know I lost 60 pounds, right? Huh? No. Did you ever read my profile? Shout to this the guy with the dry lasagna. Lasagna is so fucking dry. Damn, that's fat. Look how fat that is. So, you learn more by actually reading. The story you thought Blake was full of shit when I first started watching. Everybody thinks I'm full of shit. Everybody does. And if you follow the science behind it, you might be like, this might work. But, and also being that I sell a video on how to do it, what's up, Russia? If I'm selling a video on how to do it, it's because you could do it. Like, I'm not going to sell something and have a bunch of people say this doesn't work. I've had nobody say it doesn't work. I've had some people not appreciate the video for whatever reason. I haven't had anybody say it doesn't work. There you go, Ed. It's that simple. You just take it and apply it. You gotta trust somebody. You should probably trust the crazy guy. Because, you know, I saw a doctor. It's good for athletes? Of course it's good for athletes. Look, the Greeks and Romans at the height of their empires were intermittent fasting. But they didn't call it that. They just ate once a day. But when they were jacked and shredded, and granted, men had a lot more testosterone then. They did. But they ate once a day. We were we as human beings were meant to feast and fast. And appreciate it, George. And at some point in time, we got greedy. We got money. Other companies got greedy. The food and beverage industry got greedy. The supplement industry got greedy. What happens to all these industries if you don't need their protein powder? If you don't need their snacks? If you don't need to eat breakfast? If you don't need breakfast places? Now, it would never happen, but the economy would be screwed, man. So, we have money. We are greedy as people. And so are the companies who take our money. They're fucking greedy. They're going to tell you don't need breakfast. They're going to be like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And speaking of which, somebody, I don't know if it was the FDA or somebody recently took that down from their website, that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I forget who it was. I gotta do my research on that. The health industry is extremely greedy. Somebody just asked something about hunger. The whole point of doing intermittent fasting, or one of the main points of doing intermittent fasting, is to no longer get hungry. There's two types of hunger. One, there's physical hunger, which most of you will never experience. Most of you will never experience physical hunger. Now, if you decide to do something irresponsible, like a 3, 4, 5 day water fast, yeah, you've experienced physical hunger. Meaning your body is starved for nutrients, your metabolism starts to slow down, that type of thing. But you're talking about days. You're talking about 3 days or more without food. So, mental hunger is what you all have. It comes from being conditioned to eat at a certain time. You're on day 4 of Ramadan. I'm on year 5 of Ramadan. So, when you're conditioned to eat at a certain time and expect food at a certain time, your brain and body, they will mess with you when you don't eat at that time. And when it's every 2 hours, your brain, you're hungry all the time. You're always hungry. You are screwed. You're always going to be waiting to eat. I've been there before. I hate it. And what I was saying is intermittent fasting, you no longer get hungry. your body separates the difference between mental and physical hunger. And you eat when, yes, year 5 of Ramadan. I know Ramadan is hard, but if you taste something, you're fine for hours. Look, 1 week into diet, feeling good, no cravings, enjoy a massive meal. Appreciate it, Philip. Oh, man. Oh, it's Phil. Phil Pollard. Okay. If you eat it every 3 hours, you are always hungry. Always fucking hungry. If you eat in a short time frame, I don't know, once, twice a day, in a shorter time frame, you'll realize you no longer get hungry anymore. What's up, Titty Sprinkles? So not only do you never get hungry, you also get to eat like a fat ass while losing weight. No. Those reasons right there make people think the diet are too good to be true. So you're telling me, turn this oven off, it's hot as hell in here. So you're telling me I never get hungry? The hungry feeling was so shitty? What's up, Fernando? I'm saying, man, you realize you never get hungry anymore. You get to eat like a fat ass. That's too good to be true. But it is. And you got more time for life. Your energy's improved. People forget about the energy thing. Again, physical energy and mental energy. Some people, whenever I don't eat, I have no energy. Yeah, well, no shit. If you do it for like, if you're at the brink of underweight, well, here's the thing. The reason why intermittent fasting is a great weight loss tool. What happens if you go to eat with friends? My friends get upset about how much food I eat in front of them. My weekend's going well. My friends are jealous. That's a good question, though, man. Anytime you're dieting, your metabolism is gonna slightly slow down, bare minimum. Now, depending on your deficit, you should be pretty good, but one of the many reasons why I tell people not to race is because too many people race and fuck their metabolism. Fuck, it's so hard. So hard. Oh, so the person who said, something about maintaining weight, you're probably not going to be able to finish your food. Unless you're always starving. If you're always starving, maybe, but you'd have to transition properly. But most people have trouble finishing their food when they transition to intermittent fasting. They have trouble finishing their food when they're doing it for weight loss. Not enough food. You haven't done your dinner? Not having to worry about eating during the day is freeing. It is so freeing. That's the only thing that bothers me, is when my friends want to eat and I'm not interested. Like, if my friends want to friggin' eat, you know, after a night out, we had a bunch of fun, let's go friggin' stuff our faces with pizza or go to the diner. Like, that's my jam. That's my jam. But if my friends want to friggin' eat in the middle of the day and I'm not even interested, yeah, I go with them, but I'm probably not eating. Like, all I feel like is it weighs me down. I get the itis, waste a ton of calories on food I didn't want. So, I normally wouldn't. Awesome. I can't wait to see how you look for your wedding too. Did I park your car today? Yes, I was your valet. And your car is a piece of shit. Embarrassing. Ahmed, just know when weight loss really slows down, reverse dieting may be an option. It would be the best option. No, don't try to talk shit. Don't try to talk shit if you're just gonna get burned. You know what I'm saying? Why friggin' bother? No, Ahmed, no. That makes no sense. Unless you want to do that. Carb cycling is bullshit. It's not better for fat loss. If you want to carb cycle, cool, but then you're just going to deal with massive water weight fluctuations. Then you're going to think you got fat. You're not going to know where you stand. Like, one day you're going to feel jacked. The next day you're going to feel fat. Next day you're going to feel shredded and skinny. And like, you can do it. I'm just saying it's not going to help with fat loss at all. There's no trick. There's no tricks. What about blood sugar? Well, intermittent fasting actually lowers insulin resistance and will help control insulin, lower your A1C levels. Many diabetics have reversed, type 2 diabetics have reversed type 2 diabetes and they're put into remission through intermittent fasting. Which really makes me wonder if type 2 diabetes, if anybody would even get it if they were intermittent fasting to begin with. I know there's a lot of variables involved, but I feel like 90% of people would not have gotten it. Maybe more. Oh, the spare ribs? My stomach had a concave look, huh? Are you not paying attention? I don't get hungry. LJ, you have a great day. Happy Monday. People still don't hear me, man. I'll be like, but you're hungry when you eat, right? No. I still don't get hungry. You must be starving. No. And that's up to you guys. I mean, how you deal with others when you're intermittent fasting. You can be nice about it and just tell them you're intermittent fasting. And don't explain. Here's the thing. Once you start to explain it, nobody hears a thing you say anyway. This is my personal experience. 9 out of 10 people, when you explain intermittent fasting, most things go out the window. I can tell you, your energy is the same, if not better. You no longer get hungry while eating like a fat ass. You can control weight, lose weight. You can eat like a fat ass, go to sleep while doing it all and losing weight. All these friggin' things, they don't hear any of that. They're like, oh, that diet's just too hard. Yeah, it's probably really hard. He's starving himself. He's starving. You can't build muscle intermittent fasting. Like, so many people trash talk me for the longest time until they saw me eat in person, not on friggin' Instagram, until they saw me eat right in front of their faces. And they're always super impressed, and I'm like, that was nothing. That was a small meal. I'm like, I told you I'm intermittent fasting. Appreciate it, Bourbon. You never get all your meals in? What do you mean, Fab Kitty? Intermittent fasting or not intermittent fasting? I gotta be up for work in 3.5 hours. Awesome progress. Awesome progress, dude. And the reason why you starve on Ramadan is because it's random forced intermittent fasting. And I was actually pretty impressed. I had a bunch of people buy my video right before Ramadan. By their names, I can profile and say, it sounds like these people are doing Ramadan. And some of them said, I'm starting Ramadan. I want to do intermittent fasting properly. I'm like, awesome. Because with Ramadan, you just have to abide by the rules of Ramadan, but nobody gives you the rules of nutrition. Like, that's the problem. And some people lose weight during Ramadan. Some people gain weight during Ramadan. some people maintain, but it can be more controlled because when you go from whatever you're doing to today's the first day of Ramadan, you have no intuition. You no longer have any intuition. You can't eat intuitively, really. You just gotta guess. So, it's better to have an idea. Look, counting macros is another thing that's over-exaggerated. Look, everybody should get a minimum amount of protein and fat. I mean, for proper body hormonal function, health, all that shit. Everybody should get a minimum amount of protein and fat. Carbs are the best energy source, however, that's more of an option. But macros can give you a desired... Macros can make you feel a certain way, or doing things like carb cycling, or keto, or whatever. They can make you look leaner than you really are. When you carb cycle and you cycle back up, you look jacked for a minute until the water weight starts to make you look pudgy. Keto makes you appear a fuckload leaner than you actually are. All these things, as far as body composition, are not going to make a difference. But as far as the way you might look or feel, yeah, you can hold 10 pounds of water. You can let go of 10 pounds of water. You can have nice training energy. Your training energy could be shit. So, what's up, B-Tab? But everybody wants to count macros. Nobody knows why they want to count macros. I'm going to count macros. People all think macros are like the friggin' the answer to fat loss and body composition, and they're not incredibly important. Getting minimums is important, but you CBA for work today? I'm saying you're going to work today. Alright. I have no idea what I'm eating tomorrow. Ask me what I'm eating tomorrow is like asking me to predict the future at this point. And tomorrow is really today. Oh, you're at work. You're at daycare watching me. You're watching a shirtless man in a bow tie working at a daycare. $98, 5'2", 14 years old. I'm not sure. 98 pounds, 5'2". You might be a little bit light. Slightly light. Oh, you're sitting in your car. I was about to say, if you're working at a daycare watching me eat and the wrong person sees this shirtless man in the bow tie, they're like, what are you doing? Oh, that's Blake 201. Watch. Unless they're like, are you watching Blake 201? You watching Blake's stream? Oh, awesome. And then the kids are like, oh, that's the magic man with the superpowers who eats all the food. So, anyhow, I'm going to be out of here. Oh, man. That was great. That was a good meal. I'm going, yeah, Holly's just really annoying. Is Holly, I caught a couple comments and it was just fucking stupid so far. Thank you, Etab. I appreciate it. So you guys all have a good night, good day, all that shit. I got to be up for work in a few hours. And I will see you tonight, meaning tomorrow, but tonight. I don't even know what time, but whatever. You guys have a good one. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, damn.